I wanted to spend a few moments to talk about two very important intervals, how they appear on the guitar, and that is the octave and the fifth. So there's some shortcuts here to visualization that might make it easier if you're trying to map the fingerboard and get some of these things in your visual recognition and pattern recognition. So for any given note, we're going to start on the sixth string. I'm going to do A. For any given note, we think of the little formula of 2 plus 2. So here we are on A. If we think 2 strings towards the floor and 2 frets higher, we get an octave. I devised this 2 plus 2 for people that had a hard time just seeing the idea of skipping a string and moving up 2 frets. So 2 plus 2 means from any given note on the sixth string, 2 towards the floor, 2 higher. Those are A's, octaves. A's and A's, frets 5 and 7, strings 6 and 4. Same thing works here. D, 2 towards the floor, 2 higher, D. 5 and 7, D and D. Now, remember our rule. Because we're involving the second string, no longer does 2 plus 2 work. That gives us a major 7, which we might need, but we're looking to get an octave right now. So it's 2 plus 3. From any note involving the second string, 2 to the floor, 3 higher. So G and G. 5 and 8 on strings 4 and 2. So far we've had A and A, D and D, those are both 2 plus 2. G and G, 2 plus 3. And now same thing. C and C, 2 plus 3. C is at the 5th fret of the 3rd string and the 8th fret of the 1st string. So it becomes a shape. I usually use first and little finger. Some people even use first and little finger for these. I use generally first and third. You might have heard octave soloing like that in the style of Wes Montgomery. So octaves. Now there are other octave formulas. Here would be A on the 5th fret of the 6th string and A on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So now we're skipping 2 strings. Likewise for D, it shortens. We have to move it up because of the 2nd string. D and D, 5th and 3rd fret of the 5th and 2nd strings. Likewise, G and G, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 4th string, 1st string. Another thing I should point out about this is that A to D to G to C is back cycling in the cycle of fourths, cycle of fifths, cycle of fourths. Most songs move in fourths, so I'm usually thinking from the right side of the circle back towards the center and around. So A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, etc. So that's going all the way around the circle, just using octaves. But that sound of A to D, D to G, G to C, let's see, A to D, D to G, G to C, C to F, F to B, B to E, B to A. That's the cycle of force running from the right hand of the circle towards the center. A to D to G to C to F to B to E to A. Tunes like Autumn Leaves have that. That's basically the structure of Autumn Leaves. So now, having looked at octaves, we're going to look at a very related shape, and that is the fifth. So here's A and E. So that's 5 and 7. I guess the formula would be 1 down and 2 up, 1 plus 2. But you can just think of it as a fingering pattern. I think ultimately these things do become finger recognition, finger patterns. So that's A and D. If we go up a fourth by moving over, we get D and A. Here's G and D. Makes me want to play, because then immediately I want something more than just a root and a fifth. How about a flat third, a minor third? So fifths. Now, if we go to a fifth here, because we're involving the second string, we have to move this shape. We can't do that. We'd get an augmented fourth or a flatted fifth. So we have to move that note up. It's C and G, folks. 5th fret, 8th fret. If we move it over again, E and C. So it'd be too much. No second string's not involved. So our fifth is here, E and B. 5 and 7. You may have heard Wes Montgomery's tune 4 on 6, and that's all fifths alternating. So we have fifths, we have octaves. What I want to point out too is that the octaves exist on one of two lines. So I'm going to switch pitches because it's a little harder to see. In A, we'd have to go up fairly high. So I'm going to use G. We get 2 frets extra. So think of a line of the even numbered strings, string 6, 4, and 2. So here, up 2 and 2, but from here, 2 and 3. It's as if we have a line that's running, I see it diagonal this way. So G to G octave, G octave. 3, 5, 7. I guess we could get the octave there too, but that kind of breaks the pattern. So that's 3 of the 6 possible G's with reasonable fingering. Then G here. Odd numbered strings, 5, 3, and 1. And again, same exact line. 2 plus 2 from 10 to 12. 2 plus 3 from 12 to 15. So there's a diagonal line. And another one here, I guess, if you want to go to the next octave there. I don't think we can't get much out of that up there. Hope that helps. Some interesting symmetries, interesting shapes on the guitar. Hope this finds you well and enjoying your music. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. If you can like and share these videos, I always do appreciate it. Bring new people to the channel, it helps me out. And I hope this has helped you a little bit, given you some inspiration and some fuel for the fire, as they say. And I wish you a very, very good day.